Hi guys, I'm back with a part 2 of my review, Navigating Christmas, that premiered last night at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Hallmark channel. Now, I'm giving this movie an 8 out of 10, and that's a big thing for this year's countdown to Christmas because this year's countdown, I've been giving out 4s, 6s, not a lot of high scoring. I think so far only the Santa Summit got a 9. And, I just don't know what's happening this year, but you guys are tuning in more than ever. Maybe because there's not any other scripted TV to be watching right now. I don't know. I'm always tuning into Hallmark, hence why I'm doing these reviews. All right, let me just get back into it. So Peter's going to help Jace and Melanie decorate the lighthouse. Immediately, we see that Jace, starts to like St. Nicholas Island. He bumps into Sarah. She's the mayor's daughter. They're around the same age. And baby, it looks like young love is about to happen. And after that, we start to see that sparks are flying between Peter and Melanie. Though Melanie is very closed off. I mean, she just went through a divorce. It's her first Christmas, and her ex is celebrating with his new girlfriend. And it's her first Christmas, being a single mom. And the new girlfriend, slash mistress is now pregnant. And she's trying to keep this from Jace because Jace's father is already absentee. And she doesn't want to make Jace feel like he's going to be left behind once the father and his mistress, because baby, that's what Laura is his mistress, okay? I don't care if he puts a ring on it later. That's exactly what she is. Once they have a new baby. So immediately, I'm going to tell you, they had this thing called reindeer games on St. Nicholas Island. And even though Peter is not into Christmas, once he hears the situation about Jace's father abandoning him for Christmas, Peter actually steps in. He had a very difficult relationship with his father because his father was a single dad and a little rough around the edges, but he misses his dad. And so this gives him a chance to step in and be a father figure, which I absolutely love. I always say biology is not really what makes you a parent. And I'm saying this as someone who's spent time raising children that are not my biological children. But I think what makes you a mother and father are biological terms, but mommy, daddy, that kind of thing, papa, mama, that kind of thing. Those are terms of endearment. Those are terms you earn when you're actively in a child's life and you're actively trying to guide them, throughout the realms and the journey of whatever that's happening with them. So once again, we see another movie where there's an absentee parent, but someone steps in. And I love seeing that. That seems to be the theme this week on Hallmark and Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. Okay? So anywho, they have the reindeer games. We see like Earl limboing. We see Ruth, who owns the restaurant. Her and Earl have some sparks, but Ruth's husband, passed away a couple years ago, so Earl doesn't want to make a move on her just yet. By the way, I feel like Earl was the only black man in that town. Wait, y'all don't? Okay, I think right here Earl is playing Santa, which I love the black Santa vibe, but let me remind y'all again who Earl is. Baby, I'm going to tell y'all, this is my surrogate grandfather right here. I need more of Bobby Stewart. I've seen some clips of him in some other Hallmark movies, but every scene that he had in this particular movie stole the show. And I think that's what makes Navigating Christmas so great, is that the supporting cast, including the actress that plays Sarah, was amazing. Yes, we depend on the leads, but in St. Nicholas Island, the mayor is happy-go-lucky. You can see the beautiful views from the lighthouse. Baby, let me show you again, okay, what St. Nicholas Island be looking like. There was just something about this movie that captured me, and that's why I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. I loved Christmas Island from last week, that had a similar feel that you're on some sort of island. But Christmas Island, it had, while it had Andrew Walker and all his delicious kisses, which I'm forever going to love, it didn't deliver the views. It delivered some cheap Hallmark ornaments in the background. We didn't see too much of Christmas Island. For St. Nicholas Island, you're actually seeing from that lighthouse, views are being delivered. And you're actually seeing two people really start to fall for each other. And speaking of fall for each other, that first kiss, honey, Melanie is the one that plants it on Peter. And I love when a woman knows what she wants and goes for it. Okay, so we're starting to see Hallmark sneak in more than just one kiss. We don't have to wait for one kiss at the end anymore. They're now sneaking in 2 kisses a movie, okay? We saw that on Christmas Island as well. And now we're seeing it in Navigating Christmas. We're getting them smooches in. And I love that because what? Christmas is a time for love, everybody. Okay? So once again, I'm giving Navigating Christmas this 8 out of 10. And even the conflict that they end up having, you know, Melanie finds out that Peter's going to sell the lighthouse because his dad left them in a lot of debt and he doesn't think he can afford to keep the lighthouse. So Melanie feels kind of duped, like she spent all week believing that her and Jace could come back and visit this lighthouse whenever. Turns out Peter's trying to sell it to a developer that may even tear it down. Who is tearing down a lighthouse? Baby, I've been wanting to stay in a lighthouse in Maine, like sometime in autumn. And you can actually rent them and even get it to, I think Melanie was paying up to $200 a night. But you can actually rent a lighthouse and for like that amount a night. And so I really want to do it. The next time I find love, me and my boo, we are driving up to Maine and we're going to be in that lighthouse and we're going to see if we can fall in love the way Melanie and Peter did. That's exactly what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. Like that's it. So that's the conflict there. And as Peter and Melanie are arguing, Peter also lets Melanie know she's a bit deceptive because she didn't tell her son the truth, that, you know, his father cheated. His father left them for Laura. Laura is now 3 months pregnant. So, you know, Peter's like, this is the pot calling the kettle black. Like, you aren't as truthful either. Well, baby, Jace hears everything. He's in the kitchen of that lighthouse and he overhears their argument. And he disappears in the middle of the night. He gets in a boat and it's almost like 24 hours before they find him. And I'm going to be honest, as a mommy figure, my heart was pounding when Melanie woke up and saw that Jace wasn't there and there wasn't a note. He wasn't with Sarah. He wasn't at Ruth's restaurant. It turns out he took Sarah's parents' boat, which he knew doesn't even know how to drive. And he knows that Sarah's not allowed to drive it in the wintertime because the water is choppy. And baby Jace goes out there and I'm thinking, please don't crash these people's boat. You've fallen in love with Sarah. And if you crash her parents' boat, by the way, her mama is the mayor, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. And maybe you won't be welcome back on St. Nicholas Island. So I was at the edge of my seat with this. And don't you know it? Melanie goes with Earl in a boat to try to find Jace once they realize that Jace has Sarah's parents' boat out in the water. Peter stays back at the lighthouse and he's at the top of the lighthouse and he had taught Jace how to do Morse code that says happy holidays. And so Jace with a flashlight starts to do Morse code and right then Peter can pinpoint exactly what his son, and I'm gonna say his son because we know this is where it's going, exactly where his son is at. And this is wonderful. They get, you know, Jace back. Melanie and Peter reunite. Jace gives his blessing. He really likes Peter. Earl is there. Ruth is there. The mayor, Katie, is there. Sarah is there, her daughter. And baby, I just wanted to be in this town. I wanted to experience St. Nicholas Island. Now, I did look up St. Nicholas Island. It's supposed to be an island that's like a little bit off the coast of California, but it's supposed to be part of Ventura County. I'm so confused. And it looks like military personnel live on there. Doesn't look like an island that you can visit. I'm not really sure if you guys know anything about St. Nicholas Island. Put it in the comments. And hold on, I just want to show you the town again. Baby, any movie that's going to give me a Black Santa is worth watching. I've already watched this movie twice and it just premiered last night. I think I started watching it at like 4:30 this morning and I just had all the feels. I love the town. I love the supporting cast. I love the 2 leads together. There was actual chemistry. And if you guys missed it, please check out Stefan's dance scene as Peter because it was wild. I don't know where he got those moves from, but I could not stop laughing. And I love when an actor gets into character that well. All right, Navigating Christmas, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. You know my rules. If it's a 7 or above, it's a must watch for your Christmas season. It's KJM and I'm out. Let me know if you caught this movie and how you feel about it. Shout out to the entire cast of Navigating Christmas. You guys delivered and I am now in the Christmas spirit. Love you guys.